Hello and welcome to the podcast where we are reviewing Transformers Earthspark Season 1 that we know of. I'm Onyx Prime with my co-host here.
Hi, I'm Kilobyte.
Moving on with our TV show discussion, we'll be discussing, wow, what a sentence, plots, characters, and overall highlights of the show. So if you haven't seen Earthspark before, here's your spoiler warning. I guess get Paramount
Warning,
Plus
warning.
or get a friend that has Paramount Plus.
Yeah, do a watch party.
Do a watch party. That's what we did.
Yeah,
So,
it was fun.
from what we know, this season has 10 episodes, with the first two and last two being part 1 and 2, so it may look like 8 or 9 episodes, depending on where you live on Earth. But we're going to start off with our main characters. So, for the Autobots, we have Optimus, Alita 1, Wheeljack, Bumblebee, and RC.
For the Decepticons, we have Megatron, Swindle, Soundwave, Starscream, oops, spoilers, Skywarp,
Spoilers.
Nova Storm, Bombshell, Shrapnel, and Skull Cruncher.
For the humans, we have the Molto family, which include Robbie, Mo, Dot, and Alex. We also have Ghost, which is a secret human Transformers alliance, and Mandroid.
And finally, we have the Terrans, or the Transformers that have been born on Earth. And we have Twitch, Thrash, Nightshade, Jawbreaker, and Hashtag.
Sensing a theme with these names, what the young kids call it. Next thing you know, we're going to get a Terran named Twitter and the next one named Instagram. Anyway, of these groups, which were your favorite and which did you think deserved more screen time?
I really enjoyed the Terrans. I really enjoyed Twitch a lot.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorite Terrans.
Same
And
here.
towards the end, we get introduced to Nightshade, Jawbreaker, and Hashtag. And Nightshade and Jawbreaker didn't really stick out too much, but Hashtag really stick out to me. She has this burst of energy and was like very rowdy and like ready to fight. So that's one of my other favorite from the Terrans group.
Yeah, Twitch is pretty good. Of the Autobots, I would say I think Elita 1's my favorite, but the Queen deserves more screen time. Like, my goodness. We have Wheeljack, who is Uncle Dad to Twitch. Like, in the literal sense. He's technically Twitch's dad, but also not. Dad, too, if you will, for those who have
Yes.
watched the show. But, I mean, we don't really get to see Wheeljack or Elita 1 very much, so both of them could use more screen time, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. And we see Alita at the beginning, and then we see her in the middle, and that's about it.
That's
We didn't
about
get a
like
lot
two
of
whole
their
episodes, really.
Yeah, and she was great. Like I like her attitude and all of that. Her attitude here kind of reminds me of RC in the comics. She's a lot of like, let's fight, let's do this. So I feel like they switched that around with the RC in here, with the RC feeling more of like Alita 1 from the G1 continuity in this show.
Yeah, very like instructional of an RC, if that makes sense. Like very much in the role of being a teacher.
Yes, which was
Oh,
cool.
it's a different take, which
Yeah,
is fine. Which is fine. It was just I wasn't
expecting it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I wasn't trying to say it's a bad thing. I was trying to
yeah,
say it's
yeah.
like I wasn't expecting. So for the Decepticon, Soundwave, I'm interested in seeing more. But again, I think we needed more screen time because he's in it for half an episode, and then we never see or hear from him again.
Yeah, it took until episode 8 to see
Episode
Soundwave.
8. Like, my goodness.
And in the same episode, we see Starscream, which is only there for 3 seconds. That's about it.
That was ridiculous. I was like, cool, we're getting Starscream. And he's in it for 3 seconds, the whole season. 3 whole seconds. He's just chuckling with his goatee.
The evil goatee.
His evil goatee.
Is this Starscream's doppelganger?
Starscream 2, yeah, exactly.
I feel like the Decepticons need more screen time
Yeah.
because we barely see them at all. Bombshell, Shrapnel, Skullcruncher get captured in, I think, episode 3, and then they are captured the whole rest of the series. We don't see them ever again. Like maybe there's a cameo in the cell, but that's about it. They don't say anything else. They don't do anything else. Swindle's in there for like 2 episodes, and then Skywarp and Nova Storm just appear in the final two episodes, and that's about it. That's all they
Yeah.
did.
Megatron sprinkled throughout the season. So is Optimus and Bumblebee.
Yeah.
I mean,
The main
yeah.
focus is the kids in Thrash and Twish, which
Yeah.
is, it's a new relationship between the humans and these protoforms that were created on Earth. So it's understandable. I think it would be cool if we get some with the kids, and then maybe like there's a separate storyline in the same episode where we kind of see what Optimus and Megatron and some of the other characters are doing in the downtime.
Yeah, I agree. And the Molto family, and pretty much all the humans in this case, they're typical humans from like the other Transformers show. They're almost identical. They're like kind of, in my opinion, half baked. But they have
Yep.
some uncanny vibes with their animation, but nothing super terrible. Like they're fine, like passable.
Yeah. The difference between these humans and I think other shows is instead of the robots trying to be secret, some of them, most of
Mhm.
them have already been out in public because there's comics. They have merchandise. This feels like the Avengers from Marvel when once they saved the universe, it became like they're gonna have musicals, they're gonna have movies, kind of thing. So in this
Yeah,
case, the kids and all of the families already knew of the existence of the robots, so it's not something new. So that's
yeah,
a cool, different take on that.
yeah. It wasn't more about discovering the Transformers. It was more about they're here now. What do we do?
Yep,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So, Kilo, any plot points that stand out to you during the series? Because I've noticed one or two things that feel very important to mention, and it feels that the first two episodes and the last three episodes are the only ones that feel plot driven. Like you could potentially skip episodes 3 through 7, and you will still know what's happening. Because episodes 3 through 7 feel like filler episodes or bot of the week. Like we meet B, RC, Wheeljack, Swindle, Bombshell, etc. Like each in our own episode contained, and nothing happens that seems to affect any other episode going forward from any episode between them. Like everything in the trailers we've seen about the series are from episodes 1 and 2, 8, 9, and 10. What do you think?
I think that's correct. I think that's how it actually feels. Like even Ghost, that's the human alliance here with the Autobots and Megatron. They say there's this Decepticon threat and they're out there, and so they need to be careful. But then again, all the Decepticons that have been promoted for the show are already in jail by episode 3. So like it doesn't feel like there's a threat that the kids are in danger, that the humans are in danger, or even the Terrans are in danger of being found out. So it just feels in between those episodes, we just get the human interactions with Robbie and Mo and Trash and Twitch. That's it. It's just their development as they kind of like each other, and even that because Twitch and Trash, Twitch and Thrash, and Robbie and Mo are very similar. Like they all do the same mannerism, and it's very hard to kind of determine what each of them how they stand out from each other
Mhm.
because they all like to do the same things because they're all connected, but then it also doesn't pave way to allow them to discover interest in maybe like technology or maybe they like to research fauna, something like that. We haven't really seen that yet, and I hope hopefully that happens later on, but they all just feel like one character that they
Yeah.
split into four.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And let's switch to our favorite things about the plot or things about this show that we really enjoyed. So Soundwave is in here for half an episode. And yes, of course, I'm going to talk about Soundwave because Grimlock's not here. Hopefully, come on, please put Grimlock in there. So Soundwave's in here and we had the cassette bots. And my favorite thing is Wheeljack in a prior episode alludes that Soundwave accidentally has one of them blow up in his chest. And we're like,
No,
oh
no.
boy, who is this? And then eventually we see Ravage, Laserbeak, and Frenzy. Where's Rumble? Where's Rumble?
Or
But my
Rumble.
favorite, yeah, but my favorite thing is like all the cassettes are purple, but Frenzy, more importantly, is purple. And
Is the debate over?
the
We just
debate's
say they're
over.
purple.
They are
Okay.
neither red or blue. They are both. Mic drop. Mic drop, end of discussion. Or we just created another debate. Frenzy is red, Frenzy is blue, Frenzy is purple.
No, let's not
W-
start this. Let's just end it there. They're
The
both
world will never
purple.
be happy. What are things that you liked?
I really like the 3D models for the characters. I think the robots look amazing. The
Mhm.
Soundwave looks gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
But Swindle,
I'm making a
looks like
cosplay of that.
Swindle. Are you?
I'm going
Ooh,
to.
you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Swindle looks like Swindle. I love Skull Cruncher, how they look. And the protoforms, they all look different in their unique way. And it's like easy to distinguish who's who. So like again, the 3D models in this show are amazing. I really like them, and I do like the mix of the 3D models and the 2D explosion art.
Yeah,
I feel
the
like
special effects.
yeah, like the special effects look pretty cool in 2D.
Yeah,
So like it really makes it pop.
reminds me of classic G1
Yeah.
After Effects because it's all 2D still. So one thing I wanted to note: this show, when it originally was advertising, they were mentioning that the Terrans were the first Cybertronians born on Earth ever. So I guess Transformers Animated doesn't count?
We will have to see what they mean by that, right?
Yeah. So overall Rod Star rating, what would you like to give it?
Overall, I think it's an okay show. It's for me at least, and I know it's not made for my type of audience, and I can see kids really enjoying it. Like the characters are very lovable, and like the Mo and Robbie and Twitch and Thrash are very lovable, and it's a very fun atmosphere. It's not all about war; it's all about having fun and like learning through hardships, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the story, there's still a story being told, and I feel like for the first two episodes and the last three episodes are the only ones that kind of propel it forward. We get told that there's Decepticons out there, but we barely see them at all in most of the episodes, and all the ones that are out there have already been captured because they don't mention anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So far for this, I don't know if there's going to be 10 more episodes to finish season one or if this is all we get, but so far it's an okay, so I will have to give it 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you. 3 out of 5 seems like a solid place to put it. It seems like it's not out of the water fantastic. Like it seems middle. It seems not. It seems more than fine, but it seems about average. If that makes sense. Like it seems both. Like it's trying to incorporate for kids and like also like either adults or older children returning to the series. It seems to be like a good middle ground. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Do you have any theories of what might happen if we get more episodes or more seasons?
I think eventually Megatron's gonna leave the ghost because eventually all that will be crumbling. Because we've already seen him kind of have doubts on that, which I really like seeing. Because I didn't expect Megatron to just be okay. I'll be with the humans kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he's having doubts, and Optimus is also kind of in having doubts because of Megatron, and all that. I do want to see more of the Terrans. I do want to see their designs, especially for Jawbreaker, Nightshade, and Hashtag. I do want to see where they take that, and I think
Hashtag's gonna turn into a bluebird.
that'd be funny. That'd be pretty funny, and I think eventually the Decepticon War will start once again, and we'll see where I don't know if Starscream will be leader this time for a little bit or Soundwave, but that'd be interesting if they lead for a while and then Megatron kind of sees that Ghost is not really what they're trying to be, and then switches back.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something, but I think it won't be just Autobots versus Decepticons. I think we'll get a splinter group of Decepticons. Like we'll have the one that Megatron leads. Then we'll have the one like Soundwave Starscream leads, maybe.
Hmm.
Depending where Starscream falls. Like is he gonna go to Megatron or is he gonna go to Soundwave? I think that's where it's going to go. And then I think Optimus will probably separate himself from Ghost, because Ghost seems very sketchy.
Yes, very very sketchy.
But listeners, what did you think of this show? How many Rod Stars would you give it? Let us know by leaving a comment below and leave your theories. If you would like to get in contact with us, you can send us an email at swervesbarpodcast@gmail.com. That is SWERVESBAR podcast@gmail.com. So, Kilo, do you want to talk about Twitch?
Yes, listeners, I have a Twitch on
Not the
the.
one from the show. Not the one from the show.
No, no, no. But I will be getting a toy of the Twitch from the show. But there's
Nice.
a platform on the web browser called twitch.tv where you can catch me live playing video games, talking about Transformers, just hanging out and being a total geek with my friends from the podcast, my co
What a
host, and the
nerd.
guests. And you can follow me at twitch.tv/kilobyte prime. A follow would be great because it'll notify you when I'm live and it will support me as well. And if you want to stay tuned for updates on when I will be back twitching? No, streaming, then you can follow me on Twitter at Kilobyte Prime to stay up to date with that.
Wonderful. If you've enjoyed this episode and review, consider sharing it with your friends and subscribing. If you want to help out the show even further, we have started a Patreon. All the proceeds will go to supporting the show and keeping the lights on. Of course, we have some tiers that offer other forms of gratitude, such as 3D files, entry to our Discord where you can chat with us live, and you'll have early access to our comic review episodes and D&D episodes a week before the public release. Also, we have a goal to reach not 1, not 2, but 500 subscribers. We'll be holding a brand new kind of giveaway we've never done before. Could be a toy, could be something else entirely. What do you think? We've done toys before, so it'd have to be something else. So, click that subscribe button. Tell your friends it's a good time. And as always, we hope you are staying safe out there. Thank you so much for listening. Till all are one.
Till all are one.